Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ryan Smetzer, and welcome to our closing ceremonies of the Great Bicycle Tour 33 here in 2020. We are so excited to celebrate all of the amazing things that Sanmar has to offer. We've got very special guests today on this one-day virtual celebration of Sanmar. We've got great prizes to give away this evening, as well as exciting music performances, including a special performance by recording artist Avril Lavigne. So we're so pumped to have each and every one of you tuned in this evening. Of course, this is a great opportunity to hear from the amazing people giving and receiving services through Sanmar. And we're going to start this evening with our Wheaties Dog and Team Sanmar with highlights of yesterday's 2020 edition of the Great Bicycle Tour, TGBT 33.
Hi everybody, we're here at the TGBT 33 closing ceremonies. I'm Wheaties Dog and I'm here to run you down of all the exciting things that are happening. First thing is, we did it a little differently this year. This is the 2020 experience. So on Saturday, today, what we did is we made it a virtual event so that people could ride our ride anywhere they wanted, any part of the country, and still give to Sanmar Family and Community Services. We also made it available that people with Racine Multisports could come on site here to Williamsport, Maryland, and either go towards Dam 4 or Fort Frederick and have a really great experience on the C&O Canal. Before we really go too far with our program tonight, we really need to take a moment and thank our sponsors. These are the people and organizations that make a big difference in the work that we do. Our lead sponsor this year, as has been for the past couple years, is the Nora Roberts Foundation. They provide unbelievable programming across our area, and as a Boonesboro organization, they really make a difference in the work that we do as our lead sponsor. In addition to Nora, we got to thank all our other sponsors. We got to thank the Avril Lavigne Foundation, who's providing us a wonderful performance tonight with Avril herself. Antietam Broadband, who's been providing us wonderful production for our Sunday evening program. Lotz Foundation, a Frederick-based foundation that helps organizations like ours continue to be successful. Bittner Henry Insurance Group, SEK CPAs and Advisors. Keller Stonebreaker Insurance. Racine Multisports, who's doing all of the work today on Saturday to make a difference, so they make a smooth ride experience for our riders with the RaceJoy app. And finally, Staples. Staples, that's providing in-kind prizes for tonight's program, as well as a variety of token prizes for our riders. As we talk about our corporate sponsors, we really also need to talk about our riders. We call them the dog team. And these are people that go out and retrieve the funds that we need to make our program successful. The dog team is an amazing group of riders that certainly they sign up for an adventure, but what they're also doing is out riding for our cause, Sanmar Family and Community Services. Each one of our riders, we want to thank every one of you and your donors for making a difference in our programs. As we move forward, let's talk to you a little bit about this ride and the history of the Great Bicycle Tour. It's an amazing event. It's an event that spans back over 30 years, and it started with one man, Top Dog. Let's hear from Top Dog.
The Great Bicycle Tour. You know, I started at Sanmar in 1985, and I knew when I took on the job that what I was doing was going to be stressful. So I started riding a bike, and I started riding a bike a lot. And by 1988, I had set a goal. I was going to ride the entire C&O Canal. I wanted to do it in 2 days. And the word started getting around among the girls in care. And several of them started coming to me and saying they wanted to do this with me. And I really didn't want any part of that. But they were persistent. And I just kept putting them off, and they kept coming back and coming back and coming back. And they really forced me to kind of rethink what I was doing. And I got to thinking, well, okay, they're not going to do it in 2 days. 184.5 miles, 2 days, wasn't going to happen. So I thought, what if we did it in 5 days? And then I got the idea. I thought, well, what if we got people to sponsor us? So I asked the girls what they thought about that. Well, they were just ecstatic. They thought that was great. So we started asking anybody who'd listen to us, teachers and people at church and friends. And we ended up finding, I don't know how many people was, but 7 girls, a couple staff, and myself. We raised $5,000 in sponsorship We would start out every day from the home at Sandmar, and we would drive. One of the staff would drive us down and drop us off, and we would ride maybe 40 miles, which for kids who just didn't ride bikes, that was phenomenal. And then we'd get picked up at the other end and brought back. We'd spend the night at home or at Sandmar, and then go back the next day. And over 5 days, we completed the whole thing. I thought, well, what if I just make a flyer, distribute it to bike shops, and invite anybody who wants to go to join us? So we did that. I took flyers to bike shops all over the place. 26 people. We raised $13,000. That was crazy. And it took off from there. Dog team. One of the things that was really pretty neat about the ride was you saw people coming over and over and developing friendships. And so there were people that would come and they would ride with their friends that they'd made in past years. And so there was a group of guys, and they brought a new guy in who had not ridden before. And he was kind of the brunt of their humor a lot of the time. So they were riding on ahead of him, which kind of irritated him. And I can remember sitting at a rest stop, and he came into the rest stop considerably later than they did, which they thought was funny. He didn't think it was funny. And he came in and he called one of the guys. He said, you're nothing but a big dog," which he thought was pretty slanderous. Well, the big dog, he laughed and he thought that was great. And so from that point on, he was Big Dog. And I got to thinking about that, and I'm realizing, one of the things that you want to do is you want to look for anything that kind of pulls the group together, builds a sense of community, a sense of team. And so I took on the moniker as Top Dog, and then others started picking up. There was one guy did it every year. He was You Dog, You Dog You. We had Mud Dog and Dirty Dog and on and on and on and on. So we started telling people, if you complete the ride, then you become an official member of the dog team, and you're legally entitled to wear this dog title, and you can register it with us, and it becomes your name. I guess what stands out is the friendships that have been built. I've seen friendships, the very first year, Kurt came along. Kurt is one of the guys who rode it on the very first ride. I met him in 1989 on that first ride, and we've become very good friends to this day. He's done the ride every year since. We have probably ridden bikes together 50, 60,000 miles together out on the road. But there's many, many friendships that I've seen that grow up. It is just it's a family-friendly event that people come to, and I've called it the fellowship of suffering. People go through a very hard time, but it's something athletes would understand. Athletes understand they suffer together, but it builds this bond, and you see these friendships, these bonds that are built. That's pretty neat. There really is fun in fundraising when you've got a mission that really is worthwhile. Oftentimes people do the ride because it's pushing their limit. There's a lot of people think, I'm not sure I can do that. That's a real stretch. And so I've seen lots of people come out there and they go to do this, And when they start finding that they're surrounded by support, they're surrounded by people who are cheering them on, and there are people who are coming out and doing something that they never dreamed was possible, it becomes exciting to them. What happens also is that there's some people who come along, they meet that kind of a milestone, they start looking at the mission totally differently, and they start seeing what we were doing with kids and with families, and they start getting excited about that. I find that pretty exciting, that people are coming along, and oftentimes people come for their reasons. People never, they don't do things for my reasons. They come for their reasons, which is good. They get excited about it, and they start realizing they're getting more than they ever bargained for. More is being given to them than what they ever expected. It's more than just a fundraiser. Go team.
I did ride in 1989, but 6 months before, I thought people were crazy to want to ride such a long event. But then I committed to it, and my husband said, "You're not going to be able to be successful with that." And that's all it took for me to be training. And so it was muddy, it was hot. He did 2 days because he didn't take the extra time off from work. I did all 4 days, and I did it. And then I've done it 15 years since then, and I've driven a support wagon if I haven't been on a bike. Something happens over that 4 days. People come together and they're nervous and they're intimidated and they're scared. By the end of the first day, they're in pain, but they're laughing together, they're sweaty, and they couldn't believe they did it. By the end of the second day, they've become friends, and they're really enjoying the experience. The third day, they are best buddies. And the fourth day, there's a sadness, a joy that we're finishing, but sadness, it's over. And you watch that camaraderie build every year as many of the same people come back. They are going to be pampered for 4 days. We're going to take care of them. We're going to provide great rest stops every 13 to 15 miles. We're going to laugh with them. We're going to put Band-Aids on them. And so they don't have to cook, they don't have to clean, and they don't even have to know what day it is, because they're just going to get on a bike and ride, and we're going to take care of them.
Hi everybody, I'm Gloria Sorrell, standing out here in the rain, because when you do the San Mar bike ride, you have to be prepared for anything. Once in a while there's some rain and some mud, but we have a great time. I'm very thankful to San Mar for the community service that they provide. I'm also thankful that I got introduced to lots of great friends. My best friend Carol, we met in 2014, 6 years ago when we first started doing the ride. It was dark in the Paw Paw Tunnel. We were both a little scared to go through by ourselves. So we went through together. We've done a lot of rides together since, and I hope each one of you have a wonderful ride today.
Back in 2006, I joined the San Mar Board of Directors, but it wasn't until 2010 that I was convinced to ride in the Great Bicycle Tour. So it took a little while. Somebody gave me a challenge, and I've been doing it now for 10 years. This year will be my 11th. And just because we had to alter it because of COVID-19, we're still there to support San Mar and all the programs it brings to the families and the community in the Hagerstown and surrounding area. So probably more than ever, they need us for their mental health clinic, for their foster care program, for their community services that they give in the town of Hagerstown. So that's my story, and we'll continue to ride for San Mar and all the good work they do. Their staff is awesome, and I'm there to support them.
As we approach another July, I can't help but think about how this weekend has been so full of memories and excitement for the last few years. I began riding in the Great Bike Tour after my grandfather, Harold Showalter, thought that it would be an awesome idea to do as a family. He took me and my two brothers our first year, almost 7 years ago, as a chance to bond together, but also show how we give back to our community. He was so excited about the goal and the mission of Sanmar to contribute to children in their education and furthering them in life in ways that a typical school system couldn't do. And he saw that Sanmar was doing great things. So he was so excited to see his love for biking and his love for ministry go hand in hand. And that came together with his love to have his grandkids with him for miles upon miles. The first year when we biked, all of us kids had not prepared. We were so tired of our bike seat by the first day. But we were so encouraged to see all of the people that were there and joyful and full of a family to just contribute to a legacy of doing this bike trip year after year. I wanted to say thank you to those people now who contributed each year to making me who I am, to cultivating a love for the outdoors, for biking, but most of all, a love for other people, and just a realization that we all need each other, whether it's pumping a bike tire on mile 50 of your day or helping somebody else get the education and the life help that they need through Sanmar. So I wanted to say thank you to so many people at Sanmar. Thank you to my grandfather for instilling a love in that for me, for believing in us kids, for taking us year after year on the bike trip. And I know that he will be excited this weekend as well to be watching from heaven as so many people hit the pass virtually in a very different way this year. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for contributing to Sanmar, and ride on.
Hello everybody, it's Rudy Crumpy here at the donut shop making my donuts. And I've been training every day. I've ridden over 500 miles getting ready for this ride. Now Keith goes ahead and shortens it to this little one-day thing. And I'm going to come for him for that. But if it wasn't so much fun, you know, I wouldn't miss it for the world. And I love just seeing all the people that I only get a chance to see once or twice a year. So it's really great, and I'm looking forward to it.
Hi, I'm Tim Hott. I'm running for Sanmar, so if you would like to help us out, please make a donation. I like helping out the children of Sanmar, but another reason I like to bike is my 3 riders here along with me today. So let's go, boys!
Hello, my name is Ray Lewis, and I am here to really talk to you about a truly amazing organization. Been around since 1883, the Sanmar Family and Community Services has been cultivating hope and well-being in the lives of Maryland's children. Wow, that's the blessing within itself. But today they are continuing to move upstream, right? Providing unconditional care to the families and communities so the kids, listen, can be safe and nurtured, and families can be strong and resilient, communities connected. In the time that we're in, I think we're all looking for that. But I ask you today, for the Sanmar family, to please donate to this amazing organization. I mean, if the good book says love thy neighbor as thyself, then it's organizations like this that gives us the easy answer. Each one teach one. Each one help one. Each one love one. Donate now. Sanmar Family Community. Blessings.
Hey bike riders, this is Gary Fisher. I can't think of a more beautiful ride than being on the C&O Canal towpath. Sanmar Family and Community Services is an amazing organization. They put on a first-class experience for bike riders, and I'm asking you, that's right, you, to consider joining in and participating in the Great Bicycle Tour. For over 30 years, Sanmar has helped create a once-in-a-lifetime memory for bike riders. For those that have already participated in this great event for a good cause, well, congratulations. And for everyone else, it's never too late to add this ride to your bucket list. Go Dog Team!
What's up, everybody? This is Sinbad. This is for the Sanmar Family and Community Services virtual fundraiser, which is a hard fundraiser to do. It's a little harder virtual, so I want you guys to still dig in deep. Remember, they're providing foster care, mental health, community empowerment. These are the things, I mean, especially what's going on right now, the things that are needed in our society, in our world, especially what's going on with the COVID-19 and the protesting and jobs and people trying to figure out the way. So all my foster parents out there, I know, God bless y'all. Hard job. It's a hard job. I want y'all to be strong and be vigilant. We're going to raise some money so you guys can have some resources to do what you got to do. And you guys provide unconditional care to kids, unconditional love. And that's the main thing, as a call to action for all the things that they do here at the Sanmar Family Community Services, y'all, okay? Look, there's some people who speak, and there's some people that do, and there's some people that give, and everybody has a spot, all right? Please, give. Give as much as you can. And if what you give is not that great, when it all adds up, it's a big thing. But for all my rich people out there, come on now. Come on, don't be selfish. All right, y'all stay strong.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Montel Jordan, and I'm stopping by because I wanted people to know that I am so much in support of the Sanmar Family and Community Services organization. Listen, everything that y'all do is so valuable and so important. The foster care, mental health, community empowerment, everything that you guys are doing is super important. And I know you're doing your annual fundraiser virtually this year. And so, hey, first of all, mental health is extremely important. I am right now taking care of my mental health right now. I had to get away with my family and spend some time because mental health is extremely important. And I need you to know this, at Sanmar, they provide unconditional care. And you need to know that you got yourself in really, really good hands, because this is how we do it. Yo, Sanmar, keep doing your thing. I appreciate you. And hey, make sure you donate now. Super, super important. Go ahead and click that button. Do what you need to do. Get those donations in there. Sanmar Family and Community Services. You dig? From Montel Jordan. Let's go.
Hello, Dog Team. This is Avril Levine, and I'm so glad to be with all of you in Western Maryland, supporting Sanmar Family and Community Services. A special thanks to each rider and donator who helped make the Great Bicycle Tour a huge success. Don't forget to donate to a worthy cause.
Thanks so much, Avril. You know, the bike mechanics are a very special part of the Great Bicycle Tour, and our friends from Wheelbase Bicycles always make sure that the riders continue to have success. Sometimes they even go the extra mile and marry a rider. Mark Whitmore has helped out for countless years as a mechanic and a sweeper, and one year he actually met his wife helping her during the ride, and now Jen Whitmore is now part of Team Sanmar. In the past couple of years, Mark has also been working with the Frederick Rock School, one of our friends here with the organization, and performing at some of our rides. This year, thanks to our friends at Showtime Sound, his band Generations Apart is able to share a couple of songs. Joining Mark on our virtual stage tonight is Robbie Zarabinski on lead guitar and vocals, Jacob Robertson on rhythm guitar, Scott Richmond on bass guitar, and Dustin Walker Ryan on drums. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Generations Apart.
the days of my youth, I was told what it means to be a man. Now I've reached that age, I try to do all those things the best I can. No matter how I try, find my way to the same old jam. Good times, bad times, know I had my share. When the woman left home for a brown-eyed man, and I still don't seem to care. 16, I fell in love with a girl that's Whiskey Bay. She only took a couple of days till she was rid of me. She swore that she would be all mine and love me till the end. But when I whispered in her ear, I lost another friend. Whoa, good times, bad times, know I had my share. When the woman left home for a brown-eyed man, and I still don't seem to care. Yeah! Good times, bad times, know I had my share. When my woman left home for a brown-eyed man, and I still don't seem to care. I know what it means to be alone. Not so twisted I was home. I don't care what my neighbors say. I'm gonna love you each and every day. You can feel the heat within my heart. Realize, sweet baby, we ain't never gonna part. Whoa, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Alrighty, folks, this is the part of our show where you have a chance to win some fabulous prizes, and I mean really fabulous. We've got an alarm system from Nest, Bluetooth headphones, a USB charging station, computer chairs, this great laptop bag, so many opportunities to win by answering a series of great questions. Now, in order to answer those questions, you're going to have to jump on board onto Facebook, the Great Bicycle Tour Facebook page. Go over to our broadcast, and there in the comments is where you're going to answer our questions. We've got questions straight from Bester Elementary School and E. Russell Hicks Middle School, where Sanmar operates their after-school programming, and it's simple. You'll open up the live stream, comment with the answers to the series of questions that we're just about to ask you, and if you're chosen as our winner, we'll shoot you over a message and let you know that you are our winner of one of these awesome prizes. Of course, you must be 18 in order to claim the prizes. So, let's get started. And now for our elementary school questions, straight from Bester Elementary's South End 21st Century Community Learning Centers. And of course, make sure you use the honor system, no Googling. Our first question, what 4 measurements are found on a standard ruler? Question number 2, in science, what are the 3 states of matter? Question number 3. Name all 7 continents. Question number 4. What is the area of a triangle with a height of 4 and a width of 4? And question number 5. From 1877 to 1893, there were 5 presidents. In order, what are their names? And now for our middle school questions, straight from E. Russell Hicks Middle School. Question number 1. What math formula would you use to determine the size of an aquarium needed for fish? Question number 2. What literary term reflects a story that has a moral lesson? Question number 3. Gwen wants to rent a truck for one day. She contacted 2 companies. Scott's Truck Rentals charges a flat rate of $20 plus $2 per mile. Big Haul charges $3 per mile. After how many miles will the cost for both companies be the same without a flat rate? Question number 4. In Spanish, say, I want to ride my bicycle, I want to ride my bike. And question number 5. In animation, what technique do designers use to create hair in movies? Those are our middle school questions. Again, a reminder to put the answers to the questions in the comments on the Great Bicycle Tour Facebook page. If you're chosen as our winner, we'll message you. And of course, you must be 18 or older to claim your prize. Good luck!
When I rise to a brand new morning, I know the sun's gonna shine, shine down on me, shine, shine down on me. When I rise to a brand new morning, I know the sun's gonna shine, shine down on me, shine, shine down on me.
Wake up, look at my phone and read the news. It's bad, really bad. I mean really, really, really bad. Seems like the world is going crazy, getting out of hand. They run the house and rig the game to get the upper hand. Man, I wish that life was like a movie. Maybe one of the classics. I like those movies a lot. Don't understand why people doing what they doing. All this violence is tragic, cause we could all get along. So let's change the world, we can start today. Know that everything's gonna be okay. Move oceans and earth, cause we got the faith. Know that everything's gonna be okay. So everywhere I go, I'm gonna shine, shine, shine. Yeah, anywhere I go, I'm gonna shine, shine, shine. So sing it if you know you're gonna shine, shine, shine. I was in the clouds, now the sun's coming out, singing.
When I rise to a brand new morning, I know the sun's gonna shine, shine down on me, shine, shine down on me. When I rise to a brand new morning, I know the sun's gonna shine, shine down on me, shine, shine down on me.
Sometimes it feels so hard to keep your ground. There's like an earthquake under your feet, but you're in the sea, so you're gonna drown. And everyone's against you, from your family to your country. It's so hard to continue watching home runs while you bunting. Nothing can stop you from doing what you believe. When life was not a celebration, I had dreams and then I made them something that no teacher teaching could ever teach. We're all the same in every nation, gender of my generation. So let's change the world, we can start today. Know that everything's gonna be okay. Move oceans and earth, cause we got the faith. Know that everything's gonna be okay. So everywhere I go, I'm gonna shine, shine, shine. Yeah, anywhere I go, I'm gonna shine, shine, shine. So sing it if you know you're gonna shine, shine, shine. I was in the clouds, now the sun's coming out, singing.
When I rise to a brand new